this is an animation that I created in 3ds Max. More so, you can see as an example of what you can do with the bipeds set up in 3ds Max. First of all, before I talk about the biped, let me just have a look. Let's have a look at this animation because it's okay. It's not the best animation I've ever done, but it's kind of acceptable. So this just shows you what you can do with 3ds Max with the biped setup. So if you're unfamiliar with biped and what it is, um, I'll quickly run through it in this tutorial. This isn't going to be an animation tutorial like the last ones, but however, what I will do is I'm going to post the reference animation files that I used to create this animation, so that if you want to try and tackle something like this, you can. And I'll post that up on my Gumroad link. And what I'll also do is I'll put a little screen so you can actually copy the try and copy the keyframes for this animation. But my suggestion is that if you do decide you want to try out this animation, is you have a little practice on my run cycle animation. So I talk about the principles of animation, etc. And also, if you've never used a biped, then maybe check out my biped animation tutorial. Right. If you've never used biped, let me try and run you through it so that you kind of can get an understanding, because this is more kind of this is kind of proof of concept of what you can actually do with it. Now, biped is basically just the skeleton. So, like if you're in Maya or whatever, you create your skeleton. In 3ds Max, you can actually create rigs from scratch, but basically the biped is an actual rig. So if we look at this, this character here, this is how he starts off. So when you start off your biped, he would look like this. Now I obviously turned this into a quadruped, because basically that's what a biped is. So you can scale the parts, extrude it, etc. It's quite and that's what I did to make it end up looking like this elephant. So you can actually modify it, your skeleton, to kind of get the rough shape. And then obviously, if I was to take this further, which I'm not, I could actually create a mesh, and then this inside it would be this would be a skeleton inside it. Obviously, you'd have to skin it, etc. Now, one of the reasons why I like using 3ds Max for my animations is that it takes out the engineering technical stuff that you have to use if you use Blender or Maya. I just feel those programs, for the rigging and all that, I hate it. I don't enjoy it. It just annoys me. To me, it's not very artistic. So 3ds Max gives me that option to bypass some of it. Obviously, once you've created your rig, you still have to deal with the skinning of it. So you can't totally get away from the skinning of the object. Right, guys. So as I say, this isn't like the normal animation tutorials that I put up. This is just kind of a proof of concept type thing of what you can do in 3ds Max. I'm just a bit rusty with my animation, so I just did it as a practice thing for one of my projects that I'm working on. So I just need to get back after it. Right, I think that'll be it now for that one. Very quick one. So that's it. So remember, guys, don't be a slave to the algorithm. I'm out. Laters.